Hello there, right here. Welcome to our live stream. It is Saturday, January 20th.
Hey,
Hey, not as in the voice call. Welcome everybody. If you guys haven't already, make sure you've checked out my socials while I get the stream going. Oh, we got Sneaky joining us. Coming in early. Contributing 86,000 to community challenge. That's insane. Wow. Welcome in chair as well. Also got first time chatter BB. Hey, as a follower, you do get some free emotes. Not already got the pin message put up today. Ray is playing around. You do a Snapchat with chunk loading. New Snapchat video, awesome. Wow, not as impressed. 40,000. How close are we getting to completing, or at least halfway for the community challenge?
1,419,000.
Okay. 4 point, did 4.9? There you said?
Just look at it.
Did you post it? I can't see it on Streamlabs. I'm gonna write the announcement, let everybody know that we are live streaming. And then we will get going. Oh, 1.4 million. Okay, and 1.5 is halfway. Okay, yeah, when you rattle off like 7 numbers, it's really hard to understand. Okay, ad's gonna run, and then we'll be back. Get started. Got a little announcement. Let everybody know that we are going to be continuing working on the video. I forgot last stream that I wanted to put out or record a bit about the video when it comes to the actual tutorial showing how to set up the chunk loader. That's what I wanted to do today. I did look at the rest of the footage that we recorded yesterday, and it does look fairly good. There's a couple parts are marked where I want to add some more information and stuff like that. Video on details. Okay, I'll post this. Onto my community tab for YouTube, as well as my Twitter. New 1 to 21 end loading device live video on details. Okay. And the video that we're recording, it will be on YouTube when it's complete. Okay. Put those announcements off. Those of you have the bell notification set to all over there. And I also got my foot controller nearby. Try to continue to use that. Welcome back, everybody. I think we are ready to go. Oh, I should... Okay, I have to... my keyboard. For some reason thinks my keyboard is the same thing as my foot controller. Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay, now it shows just the foot controller. Awesome. Guys, would be so confused to see a keyboard the whole time there. The keyboard doesn't actually even show like when I push buttons and stuff, so it's not that helpful. But the foot controller is, as well as the hand controller. You guys can watch me push buttons. Yeah, welcome, everybody. So Wednesday we got a new snapshot where they introduced some of the spawn chunks were removed, and they also reintroduced chunk loading in the end dimension. So I'm doing a tutorial on how to actually set up these portals. I think we're missing our B over here. Right there. Okay, we got some items in there. Okay, so we recorded the part where I kind of explained the basics of chunk loading, difference between different types of chunks, which I provided this world here, or you got a download of it. Okay, now it says that we're at 47% or 94%. Interesting statistics. Welcome in, Zaid. Also made some more hot cocoa for myself. Yeah, this world, I'll provide this one also as a world download part of the video. This one just shows like where spawn chunks used to be. And it also shows, we see where stuff is loaded here in the end dimension. Very nice. You want to visualize it. But yeah, I think for the most part we're done with that world. And now now I'm mostly on to talking about, oh yeah, then after that we talked about things you can actually do with this farm. One of the things you can do is you could run your sand generator without any player over here, or you can run like obsidian farm. And we also talked about the gateway portals, which are I guess in another world. Now I want to show people actually how to set this up. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Oh, we actually got placed on top of this. But essentially what I'm going to do is mostly show how to set up this, but I'm going to set up over here. Let's turn on camcorders. Okay, let's remove this wall. I'll try to put it back as far as possible so they don't interfere with each other. Okay. Let's grab the materials needed. Might as well make the chat smaller so people can kind of focus on actual tutorial.
Can you not just disable the data pack?
I could try that. Muck my controller. Okay, it's working out. It's good. So we'll increase this back again. Data pack. Okay, I just don't want it to kill the bees. There's another way you can disable it that kills all the bees, and I didn't want that. But yeah, this is a good idea there, Nada. Let's start recording. Ooh, that's squeaky. Up. So now I'll do a block by block tutorial on how to actually build up the chunk loaders. So in this example, we're going to be pretending that we want to chunk load our entrance end portal here so that we can run like our sand or concrete or like our obsidian farm on the end dimension. But first off, we need to turn on these chunk borders by pressing F3 plus G. This will tell us where the actual portal is compared to where the chunk boundaries are. Because the chunk loader will only load so we need to make sure to put in our chunk loader in we need to make sure to put the chunk loader in one of the chunks which is actually also containing the portal. So I already built one over here, so the new example one which I'll be building up will be over here. Now this is all one chunk. So from that edge all the way to that edge is one chunk, so we can build it way over here up against the edge of this over here, as long as we don't go over. Okay, let's figure out where exactly it goes. So the bottom piece is there. We need like one block underneath of it. We're going to start out by building a nether portal here, and we want to build it so that it doesn't connect up with any other nether portals that we are using. This nether portal is just going to be used for chunk loading, and it isn't going to be used for the player to do maintenance on the actual machine or enter the end dimension. Because of that, we want to make sure that this portal is linked up with its own counterpart portal in the nether dimension. So what we'll do is we'll first come over here and actually pull up our F3 screen. We can see our coordinates. And we're going to use one side of the portal. So let's say we're going to use let's use this side of the portal, and we're going to stand inside of it and then take a screenshot by pressing F2. Now we're going to load up the screenshot and also a calculator. And we're going to look at the coordinates, which are here in game. And are right here in the image. So we got some numbers, some other numbers, and we got 3 sets of numbers here. And we're going to take the first and the last. The first being 7,621. And then we're going to divide that by 8. Ignore any negative sign. So the new number is this. And we'll take the second number and we'll also divide it by 8. Then we got this number. So we got both our numbers. These are going to be the new coordinates where we're going to build the portal on the nether side. So let's go ahead and head through this portal here, and we'll probably get linked up with the portal that we have already over there. And we happen to do so, but we want to make sure that our new portal is all on its own and isn't connecting with any other portals. Where the new portal goes is based off of these numbers here. So we're gonna pull up our F3 and our coordinates. And we're first going to go to this coordinate here, but remember to add the negative back onto it. So it's gonna be negative 952. Let's go ahead and try to move over there. And right here is that location. I also rounded this number down. We could also round this number up to 953 just to be a bit more. But it's a bit closer to, but if we round this number up, it's going to be 953. Which is right over here. Now we're going to go to the Z coordinates, which are at 152.1. If we round that, it's still going to be 152. Let's find 152 here in the nether dimension. So it's right here. And then lastly, we're going to pull up our screenshot and we're going to get the middle number, which is the Y, and we're going to use that without dividing it by 8, meaning that we're going to build our portal at Y level 26. And we are actually... We are currently standing at ride level 26, so this is where our portal is going to be placed in, right where I'm standing. Okay. And we need to make sure the portal is also facing the same direction as the one in our image. So you can see my character is facing a little bit this direction. And if you look at the directions in the F3, it says I'm facing east. So if you go in game and I stand here and I face east, it's going to be exactly the same. That means the second part of the portal is going to be to just on the right hand side of this. And then we can go ahead and build up the portal around this. And even though it's really close to our other portal, if we did it correctly, this new portal should only link up with our new portal that we built, and the old portals should link up with themselves. Thanks to the drink up, Naughty. Oh, Starlight made it. Wait, who got a 10 stream streak? Oh, it's Starlight. Sweet. Starlight says, How are you today? I'm doing pretty well. Starts a little bit tired from all the recording and streaming yesterday. We did a 7-hour stream yesterday, which was crazy. I was hoping to get the video out today, but it's better to just wait another day and probably upload it on Sunday morning. Yeah, how's everyone else doing in the chat? You guys enjoying your weekend? It's pretty cold. I know there's like a cold front that kind of went across the United States, so pretty cold here in America. So I am looking forward to spring, but sometimes summertime also to get around to like working on different projects. Maybe you have like some house fixing projects. You kind of postpone those in the summertime because you're just like, oh, it's too nice outside to be indoors. Now you're stuck indoors. You're like, oh, I gotta fix stuff. It's a good opportunity to knock those out. Okay, so this shouldn't. It should have a gap between the two, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're going to finish building out this nether portal, and then we're going to go ahead and light it. So if we did everything properly, if we come in and walk into this side here, it should connect to the exact same side over here. Notice that we're also facing... Notice how we're also facing the exact same direction as we went in and out. Let's go ahead and... So at this point you need to decide... what type of chunk loader you want to build. And this will depend on what side you want to load in order to start it. So if you build this... So my example here, I built this returning station over here in the overworld. And all this part does is will collect any items that come through and immediately send them back. This is different than the other side, which is the side that actually has the brains being this clock down here. This one determines when to actually send items, and the majority of the extra items are just sitting in here, waiting to be used when their time comes. I would recommend building this version over the nether side, so you can easily load it like I showed earlier just by increasing your simulation distance. So this is how I'm going to build it, but you can always build it the opposite and then just be in the overworld to start it up. Well, first off, we're going to build just this easy return system, which just collects items. Which just collects items that come out of the portal. So we know that they're going to come out and fall this direction. So we have a couple hoppers here to pick them up. We don't want the items to fall outside of this area. So we're going to put in some glass to contain all of the items. We want to make sure to put this glass plenty tall. Otherwise, items could end up over top of them. And you don't want to lose items over time. Otherwise, it will stop. Now that we funneled all the items into the hoppers, these two hoppers go into each other and they're coming over here. From here, we're going to have it push their items into a dropper, then into another dropper, into another one, into another one. And the last hopper on top of all of these is going to be facing towards another portal, so it should look like this. And the reason why we have the items go up really high before we shoot them out, that way they don't accidentally land on the edge of this portal or the edge of... And so the items don't get stuck on the edge of the portal when they come out of the nether side. So now that we have our nice little dropper elevator, we need to make sure that the items actually go up it. And this is going to take some redstone. So we're just going to come in with a simple observer clock. And this is going to power this dropper and the two droppers that are touching it, these two. Now we can get the items up to about this one. Now we need to get them the rest of the way and out of here and into the nether portal. We're going to do this by connecting up this observer clock by continuing it upwards and then into a note block. To make the note block be quiet, you can just place a block on top of that. Then we're going to come over and place a observer coming out of that note block and into this block here. And then this one will power this one as well as this one, so the items will immediately get moved out of this dimension and back into the other one. Also come in and place a block here just to prevent any piglins from walking out of the portals, because they can randomly spawn inside portals and then kind of make a nuisance by walking about. Na, 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 na. We're doing pretty good. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put this in the video. Oh, By the way, if you guys see my controller not working, just let me know. I can fix it. But yeah, I think it's a good thing to add these actual tutorials into here. Now we go back through again. So now we'll go through this portal and into the nether side, and we'll back out of it and face the same direction as we were looking at the previous one. So once again, we'll imagine the items are coming out of this one and they're going to come into a hopper. So we'll put down a hopper here as well as here, just like the other side, to pick up all the items. And then once again, we want to contain them so they don't go flying all about. So we can make sure we collect them 100% of the time by placing in some blocks around here. You can use whatever blocks you want. Glass is kind of fun to watch at work. And then we're going to do the exact same thing as we did in the overworld by having a dropper coming out, dropper going up, 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 and then we're going to have one. And then the last one's going to be pointing into the portal. And the reason why we have both of the droppers shooting the items the same direction as the hopper Okay, I'm actually going to mention that part later. So let's put in this piece. We need to go down one block underneath and build in a square. Where does this start? Oh, it's only this two. That. Okay. Get my bearings. Next, let's record the next part. Tutorial on the bottom. I guess we should block the rest of these. Grab that. That. Oh yeah, there's a torch here. Grab that. Flat. Okay. Up. So now we're going to put in the brains for this machine. We're going to go over and down from this dropper over here. Then we're going to place in a comparator, another one, and another one, all facing that direction. Then we're going to come the opposite direction and face the next three comparators this direction. We're going to end these by putting in some redstone and then a redstone torch over here. This is going to go over into a block, which is going to go into... This will go into a redstone dust, which is going to a block, and then it's going to go over into a repeater, which is set to full delay. This is going to another block and then into a redstone dust over here. Now we'll come in and finish this up by placing in a redstone dust here and here. Oh, I did that backwards. Come out of that. And I went into that. Okay, that's not too bad. that's how it goes. I'm doing these tutorials. And then coming out of this block here, we're going to place down 3 comparators facing this way, and then 3 going this direction. We're going to connect these 2 with some redstone dust, and connect these with redstone dust as well. Then off of this side over here, we're going to have a torch. Then we're going to have a block with redstone. And then the dust will go into this block here, which is then going to be read by this repeater here on full delay, which is going to push its power into this block here, which is then going to put the power into this dust here, and it's going to restart this entire comparator clock. This is the brains of the system, and it will just slowly fade and then turn off, and then turn back on again after about 10 seconds. Essentially making kind of a slow clock, which is exactly what we need for operating this portal, as we don't want to send items in all the time. That would just be a lot of extra lag, and instead we'll send them in every 10 seconds, which is just soon enough so that the actual cooldown for the chunk loading won't expire. And we're going to place in some glass or slabs, and then we're going to link this all up with some redstone. Now when it gets powered, it's going to power all these droppers, moving the items slowly upwards and into the portal. Now to get the system going, we just need to come down here into this dropper right here and put in some items. I'd recommend just go ahead and fill this up. That way, this way if you happen to turn off the machine while the item it has, that way you'll have plenty of items in case the one item that you're using to load the other side gets stuck in the other dimension, and then that dimension gets unloaded. It won't ever come back to this dimension, and it'll stop the chunk loader from operating. This is actually a problem. And this is why I wouldn't recommend using minecarts, just because you can't fit as many minecarts, and it is possible for minecarts to get unloaded, and because you're only using a couple minecarts, the minecarts can get unloaded. And if that happens a few times, you're going to run out of items, and the entire chunk loading system will stop. Alternatively, you could use a clock with some minecarts. That way, if they do get stuck, you can hopefully send some extra ones to try to unstuck. You can hopefully send in another minecart to try to unstuck the previous one. I'll put some footage of it breaking. Okay. So now it should be working. We can see that this dropper here is sending an item into the other dimension. And then after a short delay, it's sending the item back over, going the same direction. The reason why I have the items going the same direction, if we would try to send them the opposite direction, items would fly this way, and we could send them through this little gap here to get picked up. but there's a chance of them hitting up against the droppers and getting stuck behind this dropper here. So with this setup here, there's a 100% chance of not losing any items. Hey, we got a raid! Welcome in, raiders. We got a Lumen raid. How was your stream, Lumen? What were you up to? Welcome, everybody. Hope your stream went well. Let me go hop over to the other side. Okay, stop recording. Okay, we'll watch a sand generator while I welcome everybody into the stream. Okay. Thanks for giving Luma a shout out. You guys want to check them out? Link is there in the top of the chat. Welcome in, James. They're saying Luminissa and the Dreamers are here to spread the light. Hey, those are some really cool emotes. Got a raid emote as well as a writing. Oh, nice. There's a lot of detail into your emotes as well. You also got Shadow coming in, Luma themselves, Narcorum. You got Scooby here too. Lumen says, hello, hope you're doing well, and that stream is going well too. Lumen says that their stream was great, just working on villager trades, dealing with chaos that they cause. They keep things interesting for sure. Isn't that funny how villagers are so derpy? Thanks for bringing your community over. Hope it went well. It sounds like you had a lot of fun. Even if it was a little bit of headache. The villagers. Welcome in everybody who came in from the Lumen raid. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Razeworks. I'm a YouTuber and streamer. I've been playing Minecraft for almost 15 years. I do a lot of crazy farms and machines. Like right now we're looking at my simple sand generator that I invented probably 7 years ago or so. But I actually have a YouTube series where I'm trying to design an automatic farm in Minecraft for every single item in the game Minecraft. And it's actually going pretty well. Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with me and my YouTube channel, check it out there in the chat. We're getting close to 400,000 subscribers. Drop a follow. I guess they call them subscriptions over there. Drop a sub over there at YouTube. You can see what I'm up to. And if you're ever bored in your Minecraft world and you want something fun to do, I have this spreadsheet here where you can see how to get a automatic farm for every item possible. It's a lot of detail, and I even have links to videos explaining how to get the items and tutorials and farms, all that good stuff. I designed simple farms as well as complex ones. I also find a lot of glitches and tricks while playing around in the latest snapshots. Like I'm playing the new snapshot, came out yesterday or the day before. And I love showing those tricks and glitches on my YouTube channel, which a lot of my farms and machines end up getting used, as well as tricks that end up being used by, yeah, tons of people. I even see them getting reposted by other YouTubers and posted throughout the internet. So you never know, you might just come across something of mine. You never know it came from me. But Lumen, thank you so much for coming in with the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Gordy Gang. You get a bunch of cool perks by being a subscriber of mine. Check those all out with the link there. Another thing I do on my YouTube channel is I do snapshot review videos for the Java Edition. And we just recently had a really cool snapshot last Wednesday where they actually introduced so you can chunk load the end dimension once again. About 8 years ago, I first discovered, I was actually the first person to discover that you could chunk load the end dimension. But then they removed it in 1.13 and they reintroduced it. Now you can once again chunk load it, which is really cool. Now I just have like a sand farm going without needing any players. And then I'm working on a video. The video should be up probably tomorrow on my YouTube channel. talking about how you can actually chunk load the end dimension. Cool things you do with it, like sand, concrete generators, and also obsidian farms. And I have some cool illustrations, like worlds like this, where you can see, visualize all the chunks that are being loaded around the player and what type of chunks those are. And when you throw an item into the end dimension, you can also see which chunks are being loaded and what types by the different colors. So yeah, I'll explain all this in that video there, so look forward to that on my YouTube channel. We're actually recording a tutorial. James says, I love all your farms. Oh, thanks so much. Welcome to the stream. This is where I actually design everything live, and I try to also do some of my recording live as well, so you guys can ask questions. I try to answer questions in the video, so everyone else who watches the video will also get their questions answered. Really helpful if you guys point out things that you have questions on. Thank you so much, Lumen, for bringing your community over here. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to drop Lumen a follow as well for all the kindness. They're frustrating, but I do love the villagers. Oh yeah, villagers are so much fun. Lumen says same. I'm glad you guys enjoy my farms. I do try to explain stuff in hopefully an easy to understand way. I know everybody has like different understandings of the game, and I know some people aren't like English speakers, so it helps to try to use basic words, but sometimes it gets kind of complicated. Lemon says, I'm going to say, when I came in, it sounded like a tutorial talk. Yes. Yeah, I have my very vocal voice on. So it sounds nice for YouTube. Otherwise, people used to say, why do you sound so sad in your videos? I'm just like, it's not actually me sounding sad, it's just me talking normally. Or people are like, are you depressed? I'd be like, no, it's just my chill voice. Did I just confuse it for bot again? I don't know, did you write something? I mean, I read your message about you playing a game. Oh, there's a quote. Oh yeah. Yeah, people are also making funny quotes. But yeah, so we're at the point where I'm talking about how to actually build up the chunk loaders. This is part of my beacon farm. If you guys don't know, I actually designed an automatic beacon farm for survival. This is in the same world. There's an automatic wither summoning and killing machine and a bunch of other things. Where is this? Oh. But yeah, we need to go back to the other spot. Others. Wow, one sand survived. Okay. It's a automatic wither killer. You guys can learn about it on my YouTube channel. If you look up Beacon Farm on my channel, you can find it. Put the video out. Well, I have a couple of different versions of Beacon Farm. The most recent one I put out in December, so not too long ago. Oh yeah. Okay, I just remember I need to mention something. We blocked the side up so they can't get out here. Let's continue recording. Record next bit. So use stackable items so you can put more items in there, and also avoid using armor or gear that piglins could pick up, or gold that piglins might try to come in and steal. Mucked my cord again. Okay, so we just did a tutorial on how to actually build up the chunk loader. I feel like there's something else I'm missing. Lumen, thanks for the lurk. Yeah, make sure to take care of your kids. Oh, yeah, I think I might close off these corners too. Oh. And it might not hurt to also try to block off these corners so people don't accidentally pick up. Oh my gosh. Am I clicking? Oh, why am I clicking? Must be my macro. Must thought it was clicking. Okay. As well as on top, just to prevent players from accidentally picking up the items or trying to use this portal to get over into the other dimension. You can put in like a sign that also tells people not to use the other portal that is nearby. You can see we already got a piglin. And I'll go ahead and close off the corners. I'll go ahead and close off the corners of this portal here and the top of it. Okay. That's the main part. I really don't want to make the tutorial any longer than that. I want to keep it kind of short. Is there anything else I need to mention related to trunk load and end dimension? I could probably just finish off by saying something like, now you can trunk load any area, including the end dimension. And then we can work on the outro of the video. But yeah, you could use this trunk loading for something besides. Okay, might as well disable this one. Don't really need two of them. Oh yeah, I could talk about how I could turn them off too. How can we turn these off? We just put a switch anywhere pretty much. And if you want to turn off the trunk loader, you can just place in a lever about anywhere and then just power it. Okay. Oh, I should probably turn it back on again. Okay, talk about that. Turn this back on again. Did I record that? I think I get so used to like pushing the record button and then turning it off without thinking. I forget if I actually hit the record button in the first place. Okay, I think I did. All right. Up, up, up. Now with just those two nether portals, you can chunk load either. Just with those two. Well, just with those two nether portals, you have chunk loaded both of the overworld as well as the nether. Not only the chunk that they are inside of, but also the ones which, but also the chunks that surround them, all as entity processing chunks. Which is exactly what you need if you're going to be dropping entities into the end portal to load the end dimension. But you can also do a bunch of other things by loading these chunks, which I'll talk about in an upcoming video, which I'll also have linked down in the description when complete. Okay, so now we can do the outro of the video. Outro, outro, outro. I wonder if it is possible to make a sand duper that can unload at any moment. I don't think it is possible, just because entities are dropping. Yeah, but I guess that doesn't really matter today. Today we're not really looking into that. Oh, then I can also talk about this. Gosh, dang it. And then if you want to load the end dimension by dropping items in, you can just run a redstone line from the actual portal, which has items going through, over to your device, which is dropping items to load the other side. No, 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 no. I don't know why it does that. Like it thinks I'm holding down the click button, which I don't, which I only have on my controller. That's my click buttons going bad. I haven't had that happen to like in like an entire year or something. Strange. Okay, you guys can see the controller once again. Okay, so we can do the outro, and then also provide a world download. So usually in the outro, I promote one of my other playlists. I'll probably say something like, "Oh, check out all the cool." Now check out all the cool fast and simple concrete and sand generators in this playlist here. Now check out all the cool. Now check out all the cool. Now check out all the cool and fast sand and concrete generators with this playlist here. And thanks to this month's supporters who get tons of perks like having their names at the end of the video. Otherwise, you can always support me Otherwise, you can always help me out just by leaving a like as well as sharing this video with others. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye! Ah, my goodness. I think I need to back my chair up. I just keep mucking my controller button or my cord. Now it feels like I'm far away from the microphone. Alrighty, so now that's the outro. I can also jump back into the portal and say goodbye. I did notice during my recording, you can kind of hear the button mashing. Bye-bye! Actually loaded really quickly. I think it's just because there's chunk loaders going on over here. Usually the end dimension, you know, is kind of slow at loading. And as entities, the sand can now break down into items that can actually be collected and stored away using hopper and chest. Okay. You notice these mushrooms are spreading. I think they're just kind of spreading during the whole recording process of the video. Okay, so we got this completed. Now go ahead and turn this off. Okay, and we'll try to get a world download for people. Complete. Add this. Don't need that. This still working? Yep, okay. this looks good. Items in there. We filled that. And then let's set spawn point here so people can teleport here. Spawn point, everybody here. I won't change the world spawn point. Okay, and then we got the right tools. I think the end dimension's fine. Emerald on radius 2, that's fine. I want to provide a world download, so I want to make everything is just okay. And I'll probably provide this also the world download for my sand generator video. I can set the spawn point over here. Okay. We'll leave the world so we can make a copy of the world. This will what we'll provide for people. Auto Beacon Farm. We'll change the name. Let's change the name so people can find it. And loader and trunk loader with engine. Okay, I'll save that. And also change the name on the actual file. And loader with and okay. I'll make this into a compressed file. Doesn't take up much room when loaded online. We do have experimental snapshots. That's fine. I'll load this so we get the world download right away. That way when I do make the video, easier to transfer. Wonder if I should mention about the part where the sand can't make it back to the... I should probably mention that, yeah, I can't make it back to the XN portal. And chunk loader with sand farm. Okay, and then I'll also add the other one too, which is literal just shows the actual like borders and stuff. Oh no. Test world with chunk. World with chunk testing maybe. Okay. Let's point out. I guess it's not in this world. Let's turn this off. This world here. Up. Now because the entity processing chunks end right here, we can't take something like our sand generator and pipe the sand all the way back to spawn because the exit end portal is typically here in the center. But if you happen to get a glitched end portal, which I showed using this trick here, you can actually get it close enough that's within the entity processing chunk so you can immediately transfer your sand back to spawn. Alternatively, you could just pack up your sand into shulker boxes and then send them off into this water stream. They would pile up and unload, but it's less likely for you to reach some huge number of shulker entities that would actually crash the server before coming over and loading this area so they can continue on their way. Okay. Go back. Let's check my notes and see if there's anything else I missed to talk about. I think I talked about using another portal. traveling. Also talk about don't picking up items from the chunk loader portals. Can't think of any other way that they would accidentally get deleted. Talked about how logging out in single player versus multiplayer and how you can fix that. Works without spawn chunks at all. I guess I could just briefly mention that. Oh, I should also mention about entities getting deleted on servers. Blah, blah, blah. Now my nether portal chunk loaders can work no matter if you have spawn chunks enabled or not. But if you're playing on a modded server, as most servers are modded, it's likely that they did change something to do with portal loading, which could break these chunk loaders. Also, if you're on a server that actually deletes items, over time you might have the items that get shot out of here eventually get deleted, so it's good to have some extras. So if you're having any problems with this not working, make sure to check the world download as it's working fine here. It's most likely a problem on your side. Alrighty. Okay, while there's an ad running, I'm going to grab some more water. And I will be right back. Check out my socials. In the meanwhile, see what I'm up to on YouTube, Discord, Twitter, Patreon, TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, all the goodies. Be right back. Okay, perfect timing. The ad's just about to finish. welcome back, everybody. Just grab some water and back myself. Is that a deep dark in there? Huh. Our ancient city. Didn't even notice that earlier. Where is it? Oh, okay. We have all of this recorded. For the actual tutorial. We got the world downloads provided. Oh, schematics. Get schematics of this machine. We got this version of it. Maybe 5. 9. 4. Okay. That could be 4. This could be about 3 lower. Four. Try 6. Wait, why is it taping Ace? Is that my foot controller? Must be. Guys. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so this is return. Chunk loader 2. Chunk loader. What else could we call it? Return 1. Yeah, I guess we call it 2. We'll save it. We don't need to save entities. And then go to the other side and make another one over here. Need to go back another one. And oh, guess we had it right. Back one that direction and then up 3. This should be 5. And this should be 9. And we should remove this extra block. Okay. Gains all the redstone. Good. Chunkler 2, call it Chunkler 1. Nice. So I'll get both those uploaded to do online so people can, they want to use like a schematic, can use that to build these. Okay, I'll add these to the video, and then we should have both world downloads and both schematics. Schematics. Trunk loader 1. Trunk loader 2. That way people, even if they don't have like a schematic mod, they can still use NBT structure blocks. Structure block. Okay, let me record the next bit. Welcome in, Tay. Hey, Kay, Cads. Make sure to be familiarized with the terms of service of Twitch. Then what we need to do is just record a little bit, letting people know that we have a schematic and we'll download for people. Oh, welcome in, Arthur. Been a while. Oh, Arthur, you got over 50 hours. That's impressive. Nomad has also redeemed Quiet Time. Let's do that right after I record this. Oh, nice. You got opt on the server. Sweet. Let's see. Let's see. So we want to talk about how people can use schematics and stuff as well. That way, everybody knows what's going on. Okay, let's turn on recording. I've also provided the schematics or NBTs, which can be used with structure blocks, down in the description, or you can always use the world download to see exactly how I set everything up. That should be a good part. I know a lot of people like say, oh, where's the schematics? But sometimes I forget to mention them. Well, sometimes I'll just put text in the video saying like, hey, you know, there's Like there's more information in the description or something like that. There's just so much to cover when you try to make like a tutorial video. You just don't know how much information people know, what they don't know. They use Lightmatica with schematics, which is like World Edit ones, or a mod called Lightmatica. Okay, but yeah, NBT files should work. Last I heard they work. I don't know. Does anybody ever use like structure NBT files in schematics? I think you just drag and drop them. Probably would work. Yeah, yeah, I dealt with them. Nada. They're a known troll in the community. So, but this is all completely fixed. We already got the world download, so I think we're actually pretty good. Oh, and let me check my notes again. Mostly looking at things you can do with the end portal. We talked about falling block dupers. We need to provide links to the falling block duper playlist. That's what we need. Which I actually have in the previous video, I'm pretty sure. Well, we talk about chunk loading and the sand duper playlist. So I'll put those in the video as well. Is there anything else I talk about? Also want to showcase probably the previous video on the snapshot. Anything else you can do with the same or the end portal? I am a bit curious. Trying to think how far out you can actually get your glitched portals. I might have to watch the video. Did an old video showing how you can get 2 exit end portals. Go to other world. Look at that. Actually, you could move it pretty much anywhere, I think. If I remember correctly. Because I know you can put it like, you know, right above the other portal, make it kind of convenient. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can continue going forward in versions with that. Let me pull up the video. We'll take a look at it. I think I just type in end portal. If I search end portal, my channel might pop up. How to move your new end portal and keep the old one. Okay, I think it's that one. But I know I have a couple of videos like this. Okay, so here's the video. This is different from the older versions, where the exit by using ender crystals. This is my old testing world where I showed how to use pistons to break bedrock on the exit end portal. So there's quite a few exit end portals all over in this world for testing. So when the first 1.9 snapshot came out, I came on here and I tried to summon in the new dragon using the methods back then, which was building a creeper face out of clay. And luckily they implemented it so that even those who are bad at building pixel art can still pull this off.
Oh yeah.
So here I'll just build.
Remember this when they,
just like
when you can resummon the dragon just by using a creeper face?
something like that. And I also discovered that it's a pretty nice method for destroying bedrock back then. But once it's complete, you can see that the new dragon is summoned in, and that the new exit end portal is also summoned in at 00. But you can see that it happened to generate up above this old obsidian pillar here. And some other weird things happen, such that portal is okay. The exit end portal that has this decoration on it, just fine. And the exit end portal over here happened to turn to some end stone, but the exit end portal way out here is completely fine as well. So there's definitely something going on here. Surprisingly, very little of this behavior has changed throughout the snapshots. And a couple months after I discovered this, MicroMacComp showed a video about it. I'm here on my testing world, and you can see that there is this 17 by 17 chunk area marked out on the ground. This is centered on 00. This
Okay, 17
where the game checks.
That means 8 chunks out from the
blocks and bedrock blocks before it generates a new exit end.
Okay, that means 8 chunks out from the 8 chunks out from 00. Let's just see where that's at. So this is 00. Did I say 8 chunks out? So I don't think it counts this one. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Maybe it won't be an entity processing chunks. Okay. Not sure.
Portal. The way to prevent your old exit end portal from turning into endstone when you generate the new portal is by having this portal be seen as an invalid exit end portal when the game checks it before it will generate the new exit end portal at 00. The first way to prevent it from happening is by having your exit end portal outside of the area where the game checks for portal blocks. Most technical servers already have their portals out this far to allow them to be closer to their Enderman farm. This method allows you to keep the entire exit end portal without having to remove any of the portal blocks or any of the bedrock.
Do anything with the
Even though this portal here has its bedrock hanging over into this area that is checked, it does not have any portal blocks that are in the area that is checked. So it's just like that portal over there where it will not affect it. The second way to prevent it is by removing any portal blocks that are within the 17 by 17 chunk area. This portal right here just has this slice right here of portal blocks inside of the area. So if you would remove these portal blocks here, then it would actually not see this.
Remember when you could break portal blocks like that?
Portal here. And the way you can remove portal blocks is just by using a bucket of liquid against an adjacent block to a portal block, and this will just destroy the portal block. This portal here is within the checked area, but since it has no portal blocks in it, it is not seen as a valid portal. The third way to prevent this is by changing the exit end portal structure so that it is not recognized as a valid exit end portal. After the game checks for the portal blocks, it will then check to see if the bedrock formation looks like the original structure. So by removing some of the blocks in the structure, the game will not recognize this as a valid exit end portal. In the description are 2 links to 2 bedrock breaking methods that I discovered that
oh
work in
yeah,
this
the Ender Crystal one.
This is one of them here. The fourth way to prevent it from happening is by not loading any chunks beyond the 17 by 17 chunk area when it comes time to generate the new portal. Oh, that's
So a
pretty
portal
smart.
like this that has all the portal blocks inside of the 17 by 17 chunk area that is checked, but has part of its structure outside of the checked area, can be kept in its entirety. This is because after the game checks for the portal blocks, it will then check to see if the bedrock structure is the same, and if part of the bedrock structure is not loaded at the time, it will not be able to see this as a valid exit end portal. So the way you would normally generate your new exit end portal after you updated your 1.8 world to 1.9 is by coming around and placing the 4 ender crystals around your old exit end portal from 1.8. But as you can see, we have modified this exit end portal so it's no longer a valid exit end portal. Normally, just placing down 1 ender crystal here would actually give you a new exit end portal over there. But since I have this exit end portal loaded right here, and this exit end portal is now seen as the current exit end portal that is fully functional, so I would actually have to use this exit end portal to resummon the new exit end portal. So the way to get the new exit end portal to generate, we just need to let the game save by pausing the game or relogging if this is the first time you're 1.9. I have also loaded my render distance because that one portal over there needs a lower render distance, or else the game will see that portal over there and it won't let me make a new portal. So my render distance is quite low now. And now we're here at 0, 0, and this is where the new XN portal will generate, so we need to have this area loaded, and all you have to do is place down an ender crystal by the player, and this will just allow the game to see that the player is attempting to summon the dragon, but there is no exit end portal in range, so that it will just make a new one. Unlike in 1.8,
That's pretty
where
cool.
the exit end see that the player is attempting to summon the dragon, but there is no exit end portal in range, so that it will just make a new one. Unlike in 1.8, where the exit end portal can be moved horizontally but not vertically, in 1.9 the exit end portal can be moved vertically but not horizontally. The location where the new exit end portal will generate 2 meters underneath of the highest block at 0, 0. So before you generate your new portal, you can come and you can remove or add blocks, allowing you to be able to move the portal up or down within your world. One nice thing is if you generate your portal down at Y level 50, you can have your portal being at the same Y level as your obsidian pillar or your obsidian platform over here, allowing you to have easy access from the obsidian platform straight into your exit end portal if you wish to have it that way. If there isn't any blocks at 0, 0, the portal will generate within part of the void, so that most of the portal is gone, but except for
Oh,
the
this is
top
a
half
soft
here.
locking.
You can still summon the Ender Dragon using this very broken end portal here. And the way you do this is by pushing the Ender Crystals down into the void, and then once all the Ender Crystals are in a location where they will be recognized, you can update the portal by placing down an Ender Crystal by hand. And this will make the game check to see if the Ender Crystals are all in their correct position. As you can see, it does work correctly, and this will summon the Ender Dragon. I also showed how this is possible to use the Ender Crystals down in the void to be able to make a base there. If there is a block
Oh
up
yeah,
at
void
world build
bases.
limit, then the exit end portal will generate at the very highest in the world, but all of it will get destroyed except for the bottom half. And as you can see, the portal is here as well, and you can actually summon the Ender Dragon from this location as well. And you can see that since the Ender Crystals are up above the actual build limit, they do not summon in their fire blocks, since they are an actual block. Therefore the Ender Crystals look a little bit different. But you can see that the Ender Crystals work just fine in summoning the Ender Dragon. There is a world download of this world in the description if you would
Okay.
like to check out this world and maybe even...
Okay, so you could, in theory, if you had an older version, you could have your at least one end portal out here, and within these entity processing chunks. Then you could use it more easily by sending stuff back to spawn. But it's not that useful. I mean, you could always pile up stuff and then send it back too. Okay, so we looked into that. We looked at gateways. Not too much you can do with gateways. Hmm. You can't make like an ender pearl stasis because they don't work across dimensions, right? I think you'd have to first make a ender pearl stasis chamber that would teleport you to the end dimension. And then once, or teleport you to the stronghold. And then once to the stronghold, then you could escape to the end dimension. More correctly. Do I need to provide this world as world download for people? This world. This is a world where I just collect a bunch of different bricks and see if they still work after the update. After each update. I can't remember if I mentioned anything in the video about this world. We just try to test out some end portal glitching things. I guess this is broken, so we could put an X over top of it. I did talk about rare mobs in the video, so I could link those. Rare mob. That's a playlist, actually. You can find it. Junk loading playlist. You already added that one. Let's... What's the playlist looking for? Oh, rare mobs, right? There is some super rare mobs where you can get some rare jockeys or some rare zombies to ride on top of baby chickens. Rare mobs like baby chicken jockey. Hey, Snappy. Yeah, these are all the different types of rare mobs. I guess those are passengers. These are different types of rare mobs over here. They have the jockeys. I mean, I don't show all the rare ones. I'm also just showing the jockeys here. I mean, I think this is... Oh yeah, then I think this is where I first discovered different types of mob switches. I was actually the first person to discover mob switches related to withers, hawkers, brigands, villagers, and wardens. It's kind of crazy. I actually have streams where you can actually watch me discover those things live and hear them. This was double enchantments. Once in a while I get something that says I did get double enchantment on the later version. But we looked in the code and it shouldn't be possible to get double enchantment anymore. I think that was Horsemen, Raiders, and Bastion Piglins. Horseman, Raiders. I think the Bastion Piglin thing was snapshot only though. Durable 0 mobs. Yeah, you can. I think you still can get durability 0. I think that's what that is set up to do, to test that stuff. How do you get a zombie? How do you get Piglin without zombified? I'm talking about you trying to get like a normal, trying to get normal Piglin over into overworld without getting zombified. I don't think you can unless you keep it unloaded all the time. These are just how they spawn, and they just spawn in like this. Hey, Woodwarden. Oh yeah, we had the chunk analyzer be here. Chunk lower test. Oh yeah. I wonder if they would change this. Oh yeah, no you can't. So you can't, when you're inside of a block you can't crouch. And you can't, well because you can't crouch you can't move really slowly. Kind of funny. Oh I guess, yeah, this must have had chunk analyzers at one time. Testing stuff out. There's the mushroom breaking blocks test. There's a lot of different like cool tricks testing them here. Let's say this whole world. The whole world's dedicated to testing stuff. There used to be like kind of cool tricks where you could like push this and have it butted, or you could have plants growing off of the edge of these. I mean, there were so many different things you could do. Like you could use cool stuff with the armor stands, like put shields on them in the past. Can't remember what this was. Oh, this is like different things you put on villagers. All these were kind of shown in videos, but I just kind of put them here for testing. Peaceful, no weapon, pillager, and pigmen. I wonder if they fixed the pigmen one. I think this one you can like switch your sword out. Here you make them hold something. There's a bunch of different tests. You can get these like, they're like banners that can't stack with each other. There's block 36. This is actually an entity. That's actually a floating entity. So is this one here, I guess. Yeah, it's not actually a break because there's block 36 there. And this one's without it. There's headless method, headless piston method, but I think it's also a yeah, this is old block 36 generator. Oh, it has an X. That one doesn't work. This is where you could switch data over between blocks. You do some pretty weird stuff. Like, oh, you could remove data from blocks. You can make like ender chests, lose all its data. I'm pretty sure that one's also broken in these versions. String, tripwire dupers, floating water, floating rail tricks. This is like instant redstone. These are some general item dupes. I think that one was only like for one version. There's zero tick farms. Yeah, it was actually the original person to show zero ticking with boats. Or it might have been the first zero ticking. Might have been. Is he the first zero ticker or the first zero ticking with boats? But here's the other ones. Here's Bud. Oh, it's also zero ticking. There's my ultimate mob generator. Could use it for a general item duper too. So I made a sponge farm. Also, I made a shulker shell farm before you get you the split shulker. You can get non-craftable arrows. You get floaty water thingies. There's a bunch of stuff in this world. This one might still work. You can get oh, messed it up. But you can get some really big stack of water balls. Overstacked, yeah. And you can get the overstacked bottles to mobs. If you get over 127, they unload. Wonder if that changed. I think now they just clear the inventory. Is a Hoglin farm good for getting a bunch of pork? Yeah, I would definitely recommend Hoglin farm for getting food in Minecraft. There's no X for this one, so I don't know if this one still works or not. I think the way you do it is... Oh. Okay, so you click, click. Yeah, I guess we could... Oh. Did it immediately delete it? Try another one. Actually, let's try it over here. Click, click, click. Oh, wow, it immediately deletes. That's something. Okay, we'll just try 2 stacks and click, click, drop. Okay, so it picks them all up. And if we look at its data, get entity. They said they had glass bottles in their hand, and they have 127 of them. So the zombie can actually hold 127 of them. How do I stack the item? It's a little trick I discovered a long time ago. You can see it on my YouTube channel if you search up overstack. And then it should be able to keep those items in its hand. You don't have to use jack-o'-lanterns. I mean, you could use other light sources. Yeah, so the question is, what happens when you kill it? Yeah, but before you used to be able to get... You definitely get it all back, but I can't remember if you get it in different pieces or all in one. Let's remove this. Actually, I don't know if I want to kill this one because... I could summon another one, I guess. I have another one right here. I just love the egg, which has silence, persistence. Pick up item, can break doors, says everything pretty much. Who made it for me? Okay. So if I kill it... Oh, okay. Okay, they split the stack. If I put this guy back... Should be fine. Get rid of these. Okay, so you could have a zombie store overstacked items, but you can't get them back as overstacked. Negative stacks. No. I've never seen negative stacks. I mean, in theory, maybe you could if you reach a limit and go back again. We do have this command block, which puts items into the brewing stand. So if you change this, I don't know if this command works anymore. In a long time. If you change this, I wonder if you could change this to like number 5, and then if you power that. Okay, I don't think this works. Oh, 65 like just I guess the way to test it is probably use a third-party program to give yourself a max item stack and then come in here and then pick up one more stack with it. Ant Venom did 0 negative stack. Which version was it in? Ant Venom usually shows kind of older version stuff. I don't know what would be the easiest way to give yourself a big stack. Well, I guess you can't really do it in this version, right? Because we just showed that when you click 2 stacks together, then they vanish immediately. You get 2 of them. When you get one more, it completely vanishes. Oh, I guess it may be just invisible. Okay, I guess it's just invisible. We could try dropping this down to the zombie. Click, click, click. Look over here. Is it in my hand right now? The zombie pick it up? Maybe the whole stack is just invisible. Doesn't look like anything's picked up by its hands. Hand items. Nothing. Let's try it in survival. Click. Click. If I just release it, does it fall down? You pick up the invisible item, zombie? No, I don't see him there. Nothing. It's weird that you can pick it up, it goes invisible, then if you click, you can place it down. I technically have it in my hand right now. If I leave, is it in my hand? Oh no. It vanished somewhere. Look, look, look. Look. Oh, I can't even. Can't pick this up. Because it's in my hand, so I can't click on anything. That's funny. Like I'm trying to place down the glass bottles. They're invisible. But you can't see them, so you think you can just click on something. You can't click anything. And if I click over here, you can see them once again. That is something. Yeah, I'm not sure what you can actually do with those. I guess we could try to put a hopper underneath and see if we can. You place obsidian in the wrong spot. How sad. Oh, you said obsidian, so I went and grabbed obsidian. I need to grab a hopper. Click, 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 click. Oh, okay, so some went in my inventory and then the rest did not. Inventory. Oh, that's fascinating. Click, 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 click. I only got 64 in here. Weird. Click, 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 drop. Only 64 came out of it. Click, click, click. Close inventory. Ah. There's something. You drop this. Oh, that also turned to one stack? Even though it's visible? You drop it one at a time. Oh, so we pretty much got... We got 2 stacks. Okay. Okay, so if you click 3 stacks and then drop them, you get all of them back again. Let's get rid of these. Click, 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 and then can I just drop them one at a time out here? No, it doesn't appear so. Where did those bottles go? You see that? Oh, there's a bunch of invisible bottles there. I picked them up somewhere. Click, click, click. Exit. Oh, yeah, they just instantly go to your inventory. Click, click, click. Try and drop them. Yeah, they just end up in inventory again. Now you can see them. Wait, how did I get 4 stacks? Oh, how did I get all of them out of the... Last time I didn't get all of them. How did I get all of them out this time? Oh, because I triple clicked maybe to pull it out? That's probably it. Oh, you can also click it one at a time. Okay, let's try that. Okay, click, click, click. Looks like I'm not holding anything. When I click, they appear. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, now you can finally see him. That's something. Oh. I guess I could do an update video on this someday. But I mean, I already showed my initial video where I discovered this. You used to be able to get overstacked swords, and then you could delete stuff from their inventory. You could delete like swords from wither skeletons' hands. Stuff that normally wouldn't get their hands emptied. Must be from the TNT duper. Carpet duper up here, rail duper. That's the birding sand and concrete. Oh, this is the curing villagers. Have I ever seen this? No, I have not. Oh yeah, here's the looting with Fox. Another thing that I discovered back when it was introduced in that snapshot. I think there was a glitch where you could get stuff onto the campfire without being cooked. But I think they later added it in as a feature. I think this was also not possible. There's your floating flour or your grass on sand. This has some stuff to do with testing with withers. And they changed how withers interact with wither cages. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this world. But I don't think we need this world for the video that I'm doing. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that weird how when you load it in a weird way? So the sand traveled up here, then it got on top of this. Kind of like last time when it broke, and I've only seen this once I started lowering down my simulation distance. Probably also teleporting into here messes it up. But for the most part, I think we got all the pieces needed for this video. Now I just need to put the video together. And then hopefully I can get it out tomorrow morning while it's still relevant, since it was just this week. But yeah, stick around guys, we're gonna find somebody to raid while I am finding that person. Make sure you guys are subbed to me on YouTube so don't miss out on this video. Have the bell notification set to all. Find somebody to raid. Okay, got quite a few people playing some Minecraft today. Let's see. Let's raid G-Key. Join us guys as we raid the one and only G-Key. He is a hardcore Minecraft player and streamer. He does YouTube videos showcasing his tours of his actual world. He's currently on his hardcore world. See how long he survived. He had a really old world that he died in, so now he's starting another one. So as always, if you guys could join us in the raid for G-Key by copying that random message you see in chat. Everybody highlight it, then Control C, Control V to paste it to history. Also check out all the cool emotes I have. I even have a special rated emote. You guys can participate in the raid, otherwise just use the Twitch default ones. Thanks guys for tuning in. A little bit shorter stream because we did actually record quite a bit last stream. And hopefully get